Hey, I'm Sonny.
And I'm Danielle.
And welcome to Love versus the List.
No, why are you saying it like that?
Love versus the List.
Love versus the List. It's a title.
Saying it too fast.
But there's no comma in it. It's Love versus the List. That's it.
Anyway, our lives are always constantly run by lists, whether they're physical lists or just lists up there.
He's pointing to his brain. But yes, he's right. From dating deal breakers to icks, from relationship rules to why someone breathing so loudly gives you the absolute rage. There is always a list.
There really is. Welcome to our weekly podcast where we share our own lists and our own annoyances on each other. Honestly, I don't know what's going to go wrong here.
Just sounds like a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
But of course, we also want you guys to share your list with us. So please do get in touch.
Yeah, you might be single, married, or just confused.
Or just here to judge other people's red flags. No matter what it is, you're in the right place.
You really are. This is
Love versus
the list.
We'll get there.
Love versus the List.
Oh, that's okay. Now you're just taking the mic, aren't you?
Hello and welcome to Love versus the List. We are back. Welcome back.
Yeah, and this is episode number...
This is episode number 10.
10. We're in double digits.
Double digits, baby.
We've made it this far. And not only that, but also have we not surpassed 10,000 downloads?
Oh, yeah, we've well surpassed that.
Yeah, but I think that's quite a milestone. Like
it is a milestone.
I'm not, can't say we've randomly got, 13,200. Like we're past 10,000. We're at episode 10.
Yeah. And we're very grateful that you're back and you're listening to episode 10. We see you sharing us online. You're recommending us to your mates. This is great.
You.
Thank you very much. Don't forget, I'm going to get this out of the way. I know we always have to do it, but you can email us at any time, loveversusthelist@gmail.com. I actually do go through your emails and I really enjoy doing them.
You too.
I really enjoy going through and I put them into sections.
You too.
There's a dilemma. We'll discuss that dilemma. Oh, there's an ick. Cool. We'll discuss that at some point.
You've got different folders in your email.
While you're there and on your computer or on your phone, please give us a rate as well. 5 stars wherever you listen and get your podcast because it does go a long way. I don't know how much of a long way it goes, but it does go a long way. So
matters.
I'm told.
Yeah, no, it does matter. Definitely. We want to look impressive to our mates and go, look how many 5-star reviews we've got, guys.
Only 5 stars though. As I said, any less, I will troll you. Danielle.
He will.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. I feel good this week. Yeah, I'm feeling like energized and Christmas. I'm feeling Christmas and I feel like I'm coming alive. I'm like Mariah Carey without the vocal ability. Like
It's time. We looked at each other before we started recording this. We were like, oh, we're both wearing grey. We look like a couple of librarians.
Yeah, but don't worry, inside, sparkly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fairy lights are turned on in there, are they?
Very much so.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm going to be honest. I'm a bit tight. I'm a bit...
Oh.
My whole body's aching. I've just, I don't know. I've had 3 coffees and I'm just not feeling anything.
Yeah. And you asked just then when we got a coffee for a double shot.
Yeah.
I already do double shots and I saw you think about it. Should I go for the triple? And then you wisely didn't go for that because I think I'd be
jittery.
The jitters.
I think I'd be very jittery during a recording.
Yeah.
I don't think we need that. Not on this podcast. Although what we do need is I think,
yeah,
it's been my dream first starting out this podcast.
Okay.
At one point, we need to do an evening episode where we just do it. Mia's looked after by one of the grandparents.
Yeah.
And we can just have a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And shall we do that? I'd really like that.
I think so, yeah. I think that would be good because, we always record during the day. Like right now, it's 11:30.
Yeah.
A little bit socially unacceptable to be popping open a bottle.
Hey, listen, it's 5 p.m. somewhere. It's 5 p.m. somewhere.
Let's do it. And then... But obviously, the podcast is released at midnight. So we kind of want people to then watch when they can have a glass of wine or a beverage of their choice too.
Well, it is on YouTube every Friday, so they could watch it on a Friday. Oh. Maybe have a little sit-down drink with us. A little chin-chin. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
let's try and put that in the works. If you're up for that, do it because we don't want to just sit here and get blotto.
I do. Speak for yourself. I do. In fact, I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay, well... Speaking of alcohol, do you have a confession to make after last week's revelation?
Can we do that in Pit and Peak?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you going to do the...
Pit and Peak of the week? Maybe I am Mariah.
Yeah. Since you mentioned the alcohol, I need to bring it up.
Go on. Pit or peak?
Well, it's going to be a pit because I didn't achieve what I wanted to.
But a peak because...
I was peaking. Because I was peaking. Okay? Like a little peaking chef. We thought we'd be able to do No Booze November.
Yes.
And naively enough, I thought I'd be able to do it. I've done months before in the
Yeah,
past.
but you were so confident. Like,
No,
I was like, yeah, I think we could do it. But you were naively confident.
But can I say the reason why is because I have done in the the last couple of years, like
Yeah.
I've done 1 month a year where I just don't drink anything, which is
Yeah.
quite an achievement for me, I would say. And last year I thought was actually specifically a very good one for me because I did Dry July.
Yeah.
It's got a rhyme. It's got a rhyme. It's got to have something to
Okay,
it.
so like No Booze November,
Yeah.
Dry July.
Yeah, dry Jan,
Dry
but that's
Jan.
just a thing anyway.
Yeah.
But I did Dry July and everyone was like, how are you doing Dry July? Like
Yeah.
one of the best months of the year. It was really hot.
really
I
hot,
remember it was
yeah.
perfect beer garden weather and I managed to stick it out for a whole month and I did it. And I thought I'd be able to do it this November. I'm going to be honest. And I have not.
You have not.
I have not. And I didn't look at the calendar properly.
Shock. Sunny doesn't look at plans or calendars or diaries ever.
I just didn't realise what I had in the diary that involved, look, I don't have to go out and have a drink.
No.
However, there's certain things in the diary which would be weird if I didn't go out and have a drink. For instance, Tom, my producer at Capital, who I work with, we had this date in the diary for a very long time.
Yeah.
After one of my shows, we'll go out and we'll have a drink and like just have a good time, like our sort of Christmas sort of thing to do, right? Before Christmas and it gets busy. And it would have been stupid of me to think that I would have been able to do that without drinking. I couldn't.
Okay.
I'm sure there is a lot of people out there that are better than me and could, but I couldn't.
Okay. And also, if you feel like you're going to enjoy it a little bit more because of that, then you deserve to do that. Like, you're a grown adult. You go out and do that. But,
I am a grown adult.
But now you just have to confess and admit to the world that you failed.
I failed.
You failed.
I failed No Booze November miserably.
Which means that I can just happily sit now.
So, yeah, talk me through your No Booze November, how you're getting on.
Well, I had a near slip up, didn't I, when I went to that event?
And?
I've been fine ever since. But until
Is that
you...
so?
Yeah, until you told me.
And
then I
what?
cracked open a bottle.
So why did my failure bring you down?
Because we're a partnership. We're a team. We do things together.
That is rubbish.
You are only as
You
strong
were
as
waiting
your...
for me to slip up so
You
you
are
could
only
drink.
as strong as your weakest link. And you, in the words of Anne Robinson, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
That shows your age because it's Ramesh Ranganathan now.
Yeah, but back in the day, it was Anne Robinson.
Yeah, it was. She was. I think I used to fancy her.
Ick.
I thought the authoritativeness of her, the authority of her when she was like, no, like if I met her in person, I'd want her to like me. I'd want to like crack a smile from her. I'd want to make her laugh. I'd want her to remember me.
That's different from fancying someone, though.
It is, but there was something about that little mushroom haircut that she had. I thought it was quite cute on her.
Do I need to go and buy a wig?
No, you got lovely hair.
Keep it
You're
spicy.
Listen, you're just not Anne Robinson. And that's fine. I've accepted that. Okay.
Okay.
My peak's kind of like although I did drink, I also did something good this week. I went back to the gym.
Yeah.
Which is something that I love doing. I've enjoyed it so much. Everyone that's followed me for so long has known that I've been on some mad old journey when it comes to the gym and all that sort of stuff. But I finally got back. My body's aching for it. But it was something good that I did for myself this week that made me feel good. So that was my peak.
Oh, no. And do you know what, actually? I know that yes, obviously, fitness and health and that is important. But also I think like for the mental element as well. And you went on a major running craze a while back. But you always said that you would only really do that in nice weather.
Yeah.
And obviously right now. And then I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you went back to it. So yay for you.
Yay for me. Go on. Yay for you.
So my peak, I've kind of already mentioned it, is like Christmas.
Yeah.
Now we've booked to take me out to
So
the
is that going to
grotto.
be your thing every week? Then?
No, but like recently we've just been making like the bookings of like we've booked like the grotto. We did take her last year, but she was like 6 months old.
Oh, she wasn't asked.
Not asked.
I mean, will she be asked this time? Maybe not. She might just try and take Santa's beard off.
I think she'll be petrified of Santa.
Do you?
I think I think a lot of children are. Sorry, this like giant man in a red suit just going, ho, ho, ho. Absolutely. I think she'll be scared.
Yeah.
But I think that's just all part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Part of the Christmas cheer.
It's all part of it.
So we've got that booked. Also, between myself, my mum and my sister, we've booked our Christmas slots, the Christmas food shop slots.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then we basically just figure out who's getting what, who's getting the veggies, who's getting the meat, who's getting like the spuds and who's getting the desserts. We're usually on desserts and alcohol. Shock.
Do you know what's really funny? I've not even brought this up to you, but I'm going to get my phone out just to show you. What you were doing some work on the way here.
Yeah. Go
I
on.
want to show you what I was doing. I was putting a Christmas shop together online for alcohol.
See, and this is why.
This is why we work.
This is why we're a team.
Yeah, and this is why we can't do No Booze
No
November.
booze November, no.
There we go.
So yeah, I feel like all those things obviously are now like they're imminent. You know, like we've known obviously Christmas was coming, but now it's like really happening, and like the dates are literally like a matter of weeks away when we're going to go to the grotto and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, Christmas is literally just over a month away.
Yeah.
Like the presents are, you know, presenting, and so I feel like now I'm fully into Christmas, but no, that won't be my one every week. And then my pit, I feel like it's maybe a little bit of a non-pit, but still relevant to me. I had the worst night's sleep recently.
Okay, let's talk about that.
We're going to have another argument. So a few nights ago,
Yeah.
I had a really bad night's sleep. And partly because Mia was up for a couple of hours in the night, which is quite rare for her. We have been blessed with quite a good sleeping baby.
We have.
I'm also a light sleeper.
You are very light.
I am a light sleeper.
A bit pathetic, really, isn't it?
At least one of us is aware.
Yeah.
We also have our two doggies, Harley and Layla.
Yeah.
And they sleep in the bedroom with us, which is absolutely fine. It's what they've always done. Fine. Harley can get onto the bed. Layla can't. So every so often, Layla will try and get onto the bed, and I'll just hear like
Scratch, scratch, scratch. Yeah.
that on the side of the bed, which doesn't wake you up. But for me, I'm then awake. And when they're both on the bed, there's not actually that much space for, like, I'm a fidgeter when I sleep, so I like to pull the duvet over. Whereas when these two lumps are on the bed, I never have a good night's sleep. And I've told you about this before. That combined with the fact that she was then up for 2 hours in the night. And then when I finally did get into bed, I'm not sleeping well. I had such a bad night's sleep. And your response to me when I told you about it the next day was, well, Danielle, the dogs have always been here. You knew when you met me that I had dogs.
Well, that is true.
The audacity. Honestly, I wanted to wallop you.
Do you know, I'm going to deflect this from me a little bit because I had a conversation with Sam at work, who I work with. He's recently just had a baby. But before that, and I know that this is a thing that a lot of couples do, they have, they get a dog together to see if they can share responsibility and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to throw it out there right now. Okay, my dogs are 13 years old, coming up to. Do not get a dog to practice having a baby. Do not do it, because it doesn't go well when you have a baby. Like, obviously, if you can share responsibility with a dog, that's wonderful. But actually, the practicality of having a dog and a baby at the same time, or two dogs like we do, is mental.
Yeah. Especially
Especially at this time of year. There's fireworks going off left, right and centre. I remember this time last year, we were arguing over me keeping the dogs quiet while you were putting Mia to sleep. It is carnage. Like, I'm going to be honest, it is a lot of responsibility and it is a lot to do. And I feel like we take our roles when it comes to the dogs. Like, I, do a lot.
You do more for the dogs.
Of course, because obviously, I've had them, they're 13 years old nearly. So, oh my God, they're already 13. They're already 13.
You've missed their birthday.
I've missed their birthday.
So you're a great dog dad, you are. Here he is, going on about the dogs. You've missed their birthday. Are you going to miss Mia's birthday?
No.
No.
But yeah, I do think it is a crazy theory that get a dog, share responsibility, see if you can do it together. Because actually, by the time you have a baby, that poor dog doesn't stand a chance.
And this is the thing, right? Like, you got quite defensive and you think that hate your dogs, our dogs, but they obviously were yours for the majority of the time. I've only known them for a couple of years.
Yeah.
You think that I hate the dogs, and that's not the case at all. It's that I unapologetically prioritize Mia.
Yeah, of course.
Right. And then I have to prioritize me, because if I'm not good, then how can I care for Mia? Yet the dogs were affecting my well-being and my wellness. And it was as though you were basically saying like, well, they are the dogs and they've always been here. So deal with it. You come last, bucko.
But they're 13 years old. I can't train them now. Like hey, have you ever heard the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Hey, I tell you what, they're right. You just can't.
No.
You know, in a world now, I would love to be able to keep them downstairs, you know, so they can sleep down there. But the reality of that is, if I put them downstairs,
They'll cry.
They'll start crying. They'll hear a noise in the night. They'll start barking, which I think would potentially be worse.
Yeah.
Like, hey, listen, this is the hand you've been dealt, my darling.
Okay,
and
so
we've discussed it.
Yes, and what have we concluded?
Pod, we have concluded that I will try to make sure that they don't get on the bed during the night.
Fine, so that I can have a decent night's sleep.
So you can have a decent night's sleep.
Fine, great. That was my pit.
That was a long pit.
Well,
but it was kind of hijacked by me for a little bit. So I do apologise. Before we get into emails, I have to mention this because we had a message on Instagram, and we feel like we give good advice on this podcast.
I think we do.
We're not trained at anything. We just like to
off
put
the cuff, give our
off the cusp. We need to discuss that at some point. That you thought the say was off the cusp and not the cuff, which I found hilarious. But we just try and give our advice. You know, who are we? But you're here and you email us, so why not? We might as well. We discussed someone who emailed in, who couldn't agree on a baby name. Do you remember the email?
Oh yeah, this was quite a while ago now.
Quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And no one's brought this up other than one person who did message me on Instagram. We thought we would give them good advice because it was a couple that messaged in and basically said, look, we can't agree on a name with a baby.
Yeah.
So our suggestion was to both separately write names down, come together and maybe have a bottle of wine and discuss baby names.
Yeah.
That's great advice. Until someone messaged in and was like, I was waiting for you guys to say, oh, actually, one of you is pregnant and you actually can't drink. So our advice to a pregnant woman
was have a bottle of wine.
Have a bottle of wine and discuss baby names. Yeah. So that is how,
Wow. I would also just like to confirm I was not downing bottles of wine when I was pregnant.
Not bottles, no.
Magnums.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
You were actually very good.
We tried the non-alcoholic stuff and it was absolutely disgusting. So I was like, it's not worth it.
Non-alcoholic drinks, for guys, I think if you're drinking a beer or if you like a beer, there's some really good alternatives out there. Like all the 0%. Honestly, there's some really, really good ones out there without naming any brands.
Why? Why not?
Because there's loads. I could go through them all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like the non-alcoholic Guinness.
Yeah,
I like
and the
Lucky Saint.
Yeah.
I love it. There's some certain beers that genuinely taste like beer. We went through some of the wines. We thought, oh, let's try some of the wines. We got that like little wine craving.
Yeah. Oh, they would. It's because you obviously can't. Well, the thing is, you don't need to replicate the taste of alcohol, but it's more like the grapes and the fruitiness of it. It's like they added some sickly sweet. Oh, it's just disgusting.
I've never tasted cat piss in my life.
But
honestly, it was very close to what I imagined cat piss to taste like.
Yeah. The best non-alcoholic drink that I found was, remember from M&S?
Yeah.
Like the bubbles. So I don't know if it was champagne or Prosecco, what it was, or like Prosecco. I don't know what it was, but it was that champagne. I think we've still got a bottle of it somewhere.
That was nice. I enjoyed that.
And that was lovely. Yeah, because I was pregnant over Christmas as well. That was my go-to, like a champagne Prosecco style drink, 0 alcohol.
Yeah.
That was, but the wines, no, don't do it. So to those people, that couple that couldn't decide on a name.
Go to M&S.
Go to M&S, crack open a bottle of that. Please do not drink a bottle of wine if you're pregnant.
Just don't drink. We don't advise it. I don't think the NHS do either. Moving on, our lists. I feel like we could have, our pit and peaks could have been lists.
Could have been lists, yeah.
But they're not.
Okay, go on.
I'm just going to quickly start off with this because this happened the other day and it really tickled me. And I also need to bring it to your attention.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going through your head the other day, but we were in the kitchen
Yeah.
and on multiple occasions, you just left the fridge door open. Like,
Unintentionally.
it happened like 3 times, Danielle.
All unintentionally, though.
All
which
unintentionally.
is maybe a little bit more
I
concerning.
called you up on it once. I was like, oh, you left the fridge open. Turned round. I think I was putting milk in my coffee. Turned back around again. I was like, Danielle, the fridge is open again. You're like, oh, is it? Oh, yeah, sorry. But Danielle, you've left the fridge open again. What was wrong with you?
First of all, I just would like to add that it wasn't like massively open. It was just a little ajar.
No, it was...
I think our fridge hinges...
No, don't blame the hinges.
Have changed because I like a fridge that I can just kind of push and walk away and know it's closed.
No wonder why the hinges are gone, because you probably slammed the door.
Just one that you can just gently push and it will just, like the magnets or something will just... And it's not doing that. It's just stopping. It's getting stuck.
Okay. Well, to add to all of that carnage that happened the other day of you just leaving the fridge door open, you then had the audacity to come up to me the next day and go, I think I'm going to have to defrost this chicken. I was like, why have you got to defrost it? It's come out of the fridge. Oh, well, because it's frozen in the back of the fridge. I was like, okay, well, then there you go. That's why you should shut the fridge door, because do you know what happens?
No, I actually don't.
Well, neither do I. But But what I imagine to happen is that obviously you're letting a lot of warmth in, and the fridge is overcompensating to try and cool it down, which therefore
I don't think the fridge is that
Hang
smart.
on a second. Therefore, is working harder to cool the fridge down and maybe working too hard and freezing some of the stuff in the fridge.
I don't think fridges are that smart.
That seems right in my head.
I can understand your logic, but I don't think that's actually like scientifically right.
Okay.
But I don't have a response because I don't know what the actual reason is. But okay, fine. I left the fridge door open.
Yeah.
Arrest me.
Yeah. And then walking into the living room with frozen chicken, prodding it with a fork, going, I've got to defrost this now. I'm like, can you please stop prodding raw chicken or half raw chicken in the living room? Thank you very much.
Tasted good after I cooked it though, didn't it?
It did. Yeah. It's nice and icy. It's nice.
Okay, so is that it?
What do you mean? Is that it? That's a valid...
I think that's a minor thing though.
See, that's the difference, isn't it? Because if I were to have done that, and if I were to have left the fridge door open 3 times in one day, I think I wouldn't have heard the end of it.
No, that would have been an absolute joy in comparison, actually, what I do have on my list for you.
Go on, what do you have?
So I feel as though you've just seen a note that I've made, haven't you?
Go on, what do you have?
So I feel as though in any relationship you have your roles. We've spoken about this before, like bins or
I'll tell you,
whatever.
I've got plenty of roles at the moment. That's why I'm going to the gym. Go on.
And we said last year we wanted to get certain bits in our house done by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Right. My responsibility was the bathrooms, which, as we mentioned last week or the week before, we're getting the bathrooms. We're starting to get the bathrooms done. They'll be done by Christmas. And that whole process is happening. Very happy, very excited. We had a few other little bits in the house that needed doing. And one of which was a mirror for downstairs, and the other one was like this clothes drying rail for one of our back rooms. And we ordered them. They arrived. We ordered them because of my encouragement, can I just say? Because we ordered the rail from Etsy, and I was like, I found this one we want. And you were like, oh, they're having a discount on it at the minute. And I was like, let's order it now, get it at a discounted price. They have both been sat downstairs for the mirror at least 6 months, if not longer.
Do you reckon it's been that long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can look back through the order.
No, I'm not just...
And the rail, probably for at least 4 months. Your words to me were, leave it with me.
And...
how long am I going to have to leave it with you for?
Well, 6 months.
It frustrates me so much because then the other day, Mia and I were out and you had some time at home by yourself. And you said, oh, I'm going to do some house bits. It was like things like get things down from the loft or whatever. I come home and you turned to me and you said, I haven't managed to do all of the house bits yet. Now, I'm not expecting you to put up a mirror or a rail in that time, by the way. That's fine. But this is a good example because you say, I haven't managed to do all the house bits. Bear in mind, there are things inside the house that need doing. I look outside and yet again, you have cut the grass. I don't know what your obsession is with cutting the grass, but it is the winter. Nobody cares. No one cares the fact that if it gets too long, it's hard for you to pick up dog poo. I don't care.
That's because you don't pick it up.
you chose to have dogs 13 years ago. This is a you problem. But don't take up the time that you should be using to do house things.
Well,
and then you say, leave it with me. I'll do this. Well, you don't. We wanted these bits of the house done. They could have been done so easily. I am this close to contacting someone like Check a Trade or like getting a handyman in and being like, please, for the love of God, just put these things up because I've asked my partner to do it. He's not doing it. Please, Sonny, just get the things up on the wall. Thank you.
Okay. Dog poo always needs picking up. Always needs picking up. Grass
I'm going to
always
pick it
needs
up and
cutting.
throw it at you soon.
Well, do you know what? That'll be the most that you've done picking up dog poo since we've known each other. So that'll be wonderful. At least it'll be picked off of the grass and that'll be easier. Thank you very much. Secondly, the jobs that you've just named are jobs that I'm incapable of doing.
But you said leave it with me, which I then think you're going to get someone to do it.
Leave it with me. Leave it with me.
But for how long? Because have you contacted anyone?
I have.
Not Steve.
Why? Why not Steve?
Because Steve came around to help with something else.
Yeah, he put a TV on the wall.
He put a TV on the wall. And then you said, oh, yeah, maybe he can't do those bits today because he needs some special equipment. He couldn't do the mirror. We didn't have the rail at that time. He couldn't do the mirror. And then you said, I don't want to get Steve back just to do the mirror because he's got to travel quite far. If we're going to get him to do things,
have a day's work.
Have a day's work.
And pay him a day's work.
I don't think that those two things are a day's work.
No, they're not.
So therefore, he won't come back to do it. So we need to hire someone to just do those things. And they know they're coming to just do those things. It's not a day's work. It might be a couple of hours.
All right.
So Steve, love you, Steve. I would love for you to come and do them, but it's not worth his time and a day's wage for that.
No. If anyone lives in the Hertfordshire area and is going to put in some mirrors up on walls and stuff, then holla.
I'm sorry. I really had to just. It really frustrates me because every time I go into that downstairs bathroom and I look and I see these boxes, there's just boxes everywhere, and I'm like, I've managed to organise getting multiple bathrooms done,
but I've managed to pick up the dog poo, and that's why we work. That is why we work. Should we go on to emails?
Fine.
So
before we do, and on the subject of emails, I know that I'm not the only one with these sort of like aggressive list behaviour. Please, I need some backup here from other people about your lists. So please do email loveversalist@gmail.com because...
So what you're saying, people to send in emails of lists on their partners?
Yes.
Okay, things that annoy them about their partners.
Yeah, because I know I'm not the only one.
God, it'd be fun reading through those emails. No, but please do send them in. loveversalist@gmail.com. That'd be wonderful. The first email I'm going to read isn't an email. It was an actual text. And this is from someone that I work with.
Okay.
And this, I think you're going to enjoy this. So this was actually sent in. Do you remember when we asked for ghosting stories for our Halloween episode?
Yes.
We had so many, and I thought it'd be such a shame if we didn't just do it. So now, obviously, if you've got any ghosting stories, send those emails in as well. Any dilemmas, any icks, any lists, all of that sort of stuff to loveversalist@gmail.com. But this was a personal text that I had on WhatsApp from someone that I work with. This is from Sarah. You're going to really like this because I was, wow. Here we go. I was dating for someone for a year. Yes, a year. And one night after he stood me up on dinner plans, we had finally called it off. And I didn't want to see him anymore. Cue lots of missed calls and grovelling messages saying that he would call me in the morning and was so sorry and didn't want to upset me, etc., etc. I said he can call me, but I didn't think I'd changed my mind. He said he'd call me the next day. He never called. Naturally, I messaged him to say, forget it. Still no reply. Then, after a few days later, I'd been blocked. I was really confused. So a couple of weeks later, I posted him anonymously on a Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same Guy? Have you heard of this?
I have.
Turns out he was in fact dating 7 other women, as well as having a girlfriend that he lived with. He'd been driving us around in her car. He'd even taken one girl to the hotel and restaurant in Bath that they'd gone to for their anniversary.
No.
To top it all off, the guy was a very senior inspector for the Met Police.
God!
He ended up being investigated for discreditable conduct and sharing confidential police information and was sacked and barred from the police. He then moved to Australia to start a new life. Well, there's a shock.
Oh, but he had a baby. Did he have a baby?
No.
Oh, he just had a girlfriend.
Had a girlfriend that he lived with.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you had a baby. Sorry.
Yeah. And this is from someone I know.
I'm going to need to sit down with her and,
Isn't that
and have a
wild?
chat. Oh, my
There's
goodness.
so much to unpack.
So, like, how exhausting dating that many people? How exhausting? When are you finding the time to do anything else?
I've just about got time to wipe my arse some mornings.
I wash your boxers.
Just about got time to wipe my ass. How anyone finds time to date more than one person? 2, I don't know how you got time. 7 or 8.
You'd forget their names, wouldn't you?
You'd forget that. Honestly, it's
You'd
like
forget.
Mambo number 5. I've never known anything
a
like
little
it.
bit of Monica in my life, a little bit Jessica by my side.
I'm flabbergasted, and I don't say
Oh,
that
wow.
word at all. But the fact that there's a Facebook group called "Are We Dating the Same Guy" really intrigues me. I'd love to know the sort of stuff that goes on there.
I want to go onto that page. I want to go onto the group.
Can you go on? Because I feel like it would be odd if I went on there.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I do want to.
Well, not now.
I really want to though. I'll do it. I'll do it after this.
I would love to know more about that. And if you are in that Facebook group or have had any stories like that, I need to know, because this has been my favourite email I think we've ever had.
At least it takes away like the upset. Like after that, you're not going to be upset because you're like, oh my God, like I was dating someone that was dating that many other people. Like you're almost so shocked and, like you said, flabbergasted by the whole situation that you don't really have time to be upset by it. Like, what are you mourning? What are you grieving? Nothing, because the guy was dating 7 other people.
Yeah, and she did also go on to say after this that they are all still in a WhatsApp group chat. The girls, and still talk to each other, which is quite funny in a way, because obviously they've met out of this weird circumstance.
But like, aside from just the audacity and like just how morally wrong that is, like it's also from a health perspective.
Oh.
Well,
as in a sexual health perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, mental.
It's like so damaging.
I heard he started COVID. That is wild.
Meanwhile, it found time to eat a bat.
Just popped over to Wuhan apparently.
Yeah, like I think that's the thing that I would be more furious about. Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
From that perspective.
Yeah. But also, sorry, because there's 7 other women that have obviously been involved in this. He had a girlfriend that he lived with, and apparently was using her car to take them.
Where did the girlfriend think? So does girlfriend know as well now? I guess so, because he's gone to Australia.
He's gone to Australia, so I can't.
Like,
unless she's gone with him.
Where did she think he was all this time? Like the people that are dating him, you wouldn't see him every day. But if you're living with this person,
blows my mind.
That is, hilarious, but.
I mean, he
so
got
shocking.
what was coming to him because he lost his job, which obviously is not a great.
Oh my God, I haven't even thought about the police part of it.
I know.
See, well, people do say don't trust the police, don't they? They're not all bad. They're really not. But this is not helping their reputation, is it?
When I was younger, people used to sell pirate DVDs.
Yeah.
One of our neighbours was a policeman, and he was selling them. But we love what the police do, and I have to say that because they do a fantastic job.
Thank you for keeping us safe. But you need to sort out your piracy issues and dating.
We should probably move on.
Other than that, swell job, guys.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Everything you do. I've got another email. Should we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from Emily. It says, "Hi, Danielle and Sonny. I'd love to get your advice on something that's been on my mind lately. A few years ago, I was seeing this guy, and at the time I really liked him. Things seemed to be going really well, and he ended up getting into a relationship with someone else. It hurt because I genuinely thought we had a connection, and it made me question whether I misread everything or if he had been seeing her at the same time. Fast forward to now, he's out of that relationship and recently texted me out of the blue. Part of me felt the same spark that I used to, but another part of me immediately went on guard. I remember how things ended before, and I don't want to set myself up to be hurt all over again. I can't tell if he's reaching out because he's genuinely interested this time, or if I'm just the fallback option now he's single again. I'm torn between wanting to give him another chance and wanting to protect myself from being disappointed again. Do people ever really change in situations like this, or is it better to take what happened before as a sign and move on for good? Thank you so much. Love, Emily.
This is so strange because I have a friend in this exact situation at the moment.
Okay. It's not Emily, is it?
It's not Emily.
No.
No. I'm not going to say who it is because they might not want me to
No,
to
of
share.
course.
But literally the same thing. Dating a guy, going well, then they got a girlfriend. They were for 3 years. That's ended, and he's come back. And my friend did end up seeing him. They
Okay.
had a few dates. They both kind of felt it was a little bit different this time.
Good different?
Good
Bad different?
different.
Oh, better than it was
Better,
before?
yeah. She was like, he was definitely different, and the things he was saying to me about kind of where they were at, and maybe that it wasn't the right time last time. You know, he needed to go away and have that relationship and learn and, you know, grow from it. And then all of a sudden she finds out from a mutual friend, oh yeah, he went on a date with whoever, this other person.
Oh,
And my friend was left like, hang on a second, but I thought we were both feeling the same. So that obviously didn't end well. However, my friend feels good because she then was able to handle the situation and kind of be in control. Although what happened wasn't what she wanted, with then knowing that knowledge that, well, he went on a date, and she kind of was telling herself, well, do you know what? I gave you the benefit of the doubt this time, but now I'm glad that I went back. I'm glad that, you know, we saw, and now I know for definite. Otherwise, it always
fine.
would have been hanging over her like, oh, hang on, what if? So I don't know if that really helps Emily. Because I don't want to encourage her to go and let this guy back in, because obviously she does need to protect herself and her heart. But if she's the sort of person that could then always think, oh, but what if you feel as though you're strong enough to actually walk away if it doesn't work, and you need to have that serious kind of like conversation with yourself, like, can I actually do this? Then I would say, give it a go. See, I think your gut will tell you quite early on whether it's legit or
Yeah.
not.
I think you're immediately going to go into this with your guard up.
Yeah. And he
And
needs to know that, and he needs to accommodate that. As if he's saying, oh, you can't judge me like this. Well, actually, I will. So it's
Yeah.
your job to help bring that guard down, help break
that's
those
what I
walls
was going to
down.
say. He
Sorry.
should absolutely go into this knowing full well what's happened before
Yeah.
and her feelings towards all of that. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, if he doesn't do that, then that probably would be a bit of a flag.
That's
to
the
sort
sign anyway, isn't it?
of,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. If he was giving 100% before, he's got to give 150% now.
Yeah.
And actually, that's his own doing for making up for the damage that he did before. You can't just go and treat someone like that and then just expect to be able to just waltz back. Like, no, the girls are going to make it harder, or whoever it is going to make it harder. And I sometimes feel, I've had a few guys in the past that have kind of been like, oh, you can't blame me for that forever. I won't blame you for it forever. But actually, until I feel in a position where I feel kind of like safe, like my heart feels safe again, you've got to put in the extra legwork, my darling. Like,
yeah.
that's a you problem.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to do it, well, then actually jog on, because you were never really that into making it work.
Yeah. I mean, just putting my dad head on for a second. If this was, you know, me as 18 months old, but if she was 18 and this happened, as a dad, I'd be like, don't go back.
Yeah.
If he was stupid enough to treat you like that the first time, then
He's got it in him.
he's got it
to
in
do
him.
it. Yeah. But then,
I know. I'm just putting a dad head on for a
yeah,
second.
because I do think people, look, everyone does make mistakes, some more than others.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a couple of questions in it. Like, I think Emily has to really have that inner like chat and like, am I strong enough? And you know, like, we know as people, like, could I actually deal with that if it would happen again? If not, you know, and then just kind of see, and gut instinct is
Everything.
wild. Yeah, it's everything.
Well, thank you, Emily. I hope you work it out. And if
Yeah.
you do, let us know. It'll be great to hear a success
Yeah,
story.
let us-
Or if it doesn't, even better. And I feel bad for saying that every week, but I'll tell you why, because we get messages like from Sarah about Met Policeman. Mr. Am I Dating the Same Guy on Facebook? Please check that out after this.
I will.
Hopefully that will spark a couple more of these sort of emails or stories that you might have. And if you do, you can email us at loveversusthelist@gmail.com, When I say at love versus the list, I mean just love versus the list at gmail.com. I'm so used to saying Instagram handles.
Oh, yeah. So you start with the at.
You can email us at.
No, because you would say that. Because you'd say, oh, email me at Danielle, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Email me on.
Email me, love versus the list at gmail.com.
Email us.
Yeah, but you don't read them.
No, because I like the
I
element
know,
of surprise.
but that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. But that's why I like bringing them to you, because I know
Okay.
that I like getting your initial
Either way,
reaction.
get in touch, loveversuslist@gmail.com. Instagram at loveversuslist. Send us a DM.
Yep, 5-star ratings. You can watch us every Friday on YouTube as well. Of course, you can watch us on Spotify and everywhere you get your podcast. So thank you so much for listening once again. We'll see you next week for episode 11.
Yeah.
Legs 11.
Even closer to Christmas.
Bye.
Bye-bye.